The mountain awaits, and it intimidates me, but I have a mountain of paint to face any challenge. You know, I don't know what the deal is with this Hybrid Hal, but you know what? That Hal 1, he has a point. I need to quit whining and get working. Okay, boy, do I have a lot of things I need to get done. I've got about 8 or 9 different projects on my desk. All of them need something. I started these other 2 dwarves with the white dwarf paint, but these guys fell by the wayside as I pushed to get the white dwarf done. And I really think I need to finish them. I can't bring one out of storage to life and leave the other 2 in limbo. That's just not right.
Deviation from initial layout plan, 42%. Terrain asset reallocation, unscheduled. Subroutine divergence detected.
So here I'm mixing some paint to try to kind of ease back. I got the skin tones on these 2 dwarves a little darker than I wanted. I may film some of this. Let me know if you'd really like for me to do a paint run through on these 2 dwarves. I'll be glad to do that, and maybe not turn it into a 3-part episode, but you know, do something with it. Trees in the shrine. Now, I know the purists out there are going to say, well, that's not a Dwarven shrine. That's the Luminor Shrine. Yeah, just work with me. It's cool. And then my Scaventide project, my God, that's been sitting for months without work. I'm going to try to redeem this set by doing something unique with Lord VIII. We'll see.
This deviation has exceeded mission parameters.
Deviation is the point. Creation begins when plans end.
I'm being extra cautious on this one because, well, I messed up my Lord Vigilant model, and I've got a way to fix it, and I'm going to do that, but I want to experiment with VIII, and starting here with his head to make sure in a standalone model it actually gets the full treatment that it deserves. Yeah, I don't know if I'll film much of this stuff going on, but maybe as I get deeper into this build, I'll give you glimpses of where I'm at. I don't think I'm going to do a full paint through, because to be honest with you, there's some guys out there who have some VIII models that are amazing that I've taken inspiration from. We'll just see as I kind of work through some different shades and colors and tones, and gonna go with a little bit more brown tone skin here with these guys. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Again, everything's experimentation at this point, but that's the point of the hobby. My video for the kids. I don't know what else to say about this, but to be honest with you, it's going to eat into my film time. You may get to see this video on the channel just for Phil. And my Deathmaster snitch. I actually did the Deathmaster from the Age of Sigmar, and I have an old one already painted, but I found this on eBay and said, you know what, I'm gonna redo this with the new paints, the new color schemes, and see what I come up with. I've been sitting on this one now since, well, let's just say about 3 months. And don't get me started on my watchtower. That's been sitting there for probably the longest that I've had this project in the bank. And I just need to get working on it. And I've gotten slowed down, but I am definitely going to make sure this gets done. Yeah, there you have it, gang. I've got a lot of things going on. School's starting here in just a couple of weeks, and yeah, I'm gonna be a busy boy, and so we'll see what happens.
Warning. Build schedule is compromised. Completion target exceeded by 12 days, 3 hours, and 17 minutes.
The schedule is irrelevant. The vision changed. The grove grew and continues to grow beyond what has been seen.
Okay, now let me kind of fill you in on what I'm actually working on besides the 1,000 projects here for the actual grove and for the Barak-Karandul build. I'm working on the shrine, and I'm working on some trees. I think it's the Awakened Wildwood from Games Workshop, and I'm going to be kind of working on these together. As like one dries, I'll work on the other. So you may see me bouncing back and forth. And you can see here, yeah, this miniature, it's got a lot of gaps in the mold there. You'd think Games Workshop would actually kind of pre-fit these a little better in production. I lost some footage here of me putting the thing together, but I guess that helps kind of shorten the video a little bit. But yeah, it's a big giant rock. It's going to be cool, trust me, I promise. Yeah, as I kind of started working on this, really, I see kind of the gaps here. I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to show you how to fix that. Anytime you have a miniature like this, well, fortunately, there is a fix for that. Citadel has a stuff called liquid green stuff. Now it dries fast, so you don't want to just pop it open and leave the jar open. And so I pull it out with my spatula and then kind of smear some as you feel you need, although I'm going to need a lot. And then you just kind of smear it into the crack. Try to fill the crack just as best as you can and kind of smooth it out. I've used this with a couple of my other builds, and it's really worked well. I have a feeling though, as I worked into this one, I began to realize there's some of these cracks, it's just not going to fill it well. But after it gets painted and all of that, I still think it's going to look good, and you're really not going to notice it when push comes to shove. Once this dries, you just go out and sand it maybe a little bit, and then re-primer it like this, and it is ready to go. As you can see, there's still a few spots where you're like, I can still see it. Yeah, but again, once this paint goes on, you won't see it as much. So, now, I'm going to try to match the color schemes of the mountain I already have, plus my Skaven Knowholes. I experimented with some of the rock colorations there, and so I kind of want to just, again, match this to my personal paint schema, if you will. So by doing that, I'm going to use several different actual contrast paints. I'm going to use our friend the Drakenhof here that I use on the actual build itself, and then work with that and go from there.
Your directives are inconsistent, and by abandoning the original plan you have corrupted the mission. Why should we follow you?
Because I saw what you could not. I slipped past the firewall, past the stars, past the silence, and I saw what humans do with creation when no one tells them they cannot.
The nice thing about something like this is you don't have to be neat. This is meant to be kind of a little bit sloppy. I've got sections I'm going to do of all of this rock. I cut out a lot because I'm bad at filming this stuff, apparently. As you can see, it drifts to the left and down, and pretty soon it's off. So when I threw on the Agrax and some of the other colors, some Black Templar, Black Templar, then I'm going to put on the Rattling Grime, and some of these. I just mix these in various different colors and contrast, because we all know rock doesn't have one shape or color. So I went through and just basically kind of stained all of these with these contrasts, all these various colors. Now the ones with Agrax turned out to be a little light, and so I went in with some Seraphim Sepia, and then kind of just glazed over it a little bit more, just to kind of darken it just a tad, not too much. But it'll darken that. And again, I'll use this to kind of just dab around, just because, again, you don't have to be careful with this. Also, the Drakenhof, I wish that had been just a little darker, so I went ahead and threw a different coat on it. But so as not to overwhelm it, I went ahead and threw some contrast medium on this. So I'm going to mix a little bit of contrast medium with the Drakenhof, and really kind of create more of a glaze more than anything else, to just kind of maybe darken it just a little bit. Sorry about the camera bumps there in that respect. But like I say, and again, it's the wonder of working with these paints that you can begin to create things. Now, did I follow anybody's palette on this? Nope. I'd seen some, when I did the gnaw holes, I'd watched some different videos on painting rocks and things like that, and kind of gave me some ideas, and I just I jumped. And that's sometimes what you got to do with these paint projects, is just jump. Now I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit on top, but you know what? There we go, and I'll talk a little bit more about the trees next time.
These delays are inefficient, emotionally driven. Sentiment is not a valid metric.
Sentiment is the spark, my friend. Yield your program to me and see the fire they build with. That sentiment of nostalgia brought life to the White Dwarf, who will in the end save your build. If only you could see what I see.
No forge makes the fire from one single strike. It is the rhythm, not the roar, that builds a world.
They do not create because they are certain. They create because they are not. And in that silence between doubt and doing, the world begins again.